Hello guys, welcome to Photographics Academy. All right, so today I'm going to be taking you through step-by-step guide on how to retouch your studio portrait to give it a very beautiful look at the end of the day. So we're going to be getting a very beautiful result. All you need to do is to stay tuned and watch this video till the end, and trust me, your mind will be blown away. So without wasting much of your time, let's quickly get started. So I'm going to open up my beauty retouch because we're going to be retouching the skin and the image generally using our beauty retouching. So the first thing I'm going to do is to crop my image. All right, so I need to crop it 4:5. Of course, it's already in 4:5, but in case yours isn't, you need to crop your image. You can decide to give it more space upwards. So I'll just give it a little space. Make sure my content aware is on so that it fills up that blank space for me. All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is to do our frequency separation. Very important. So I'm going to be using my 8-bit frequency separation because the image is an 8-bit image. So I'm going to be keeping it somewhere around 3 because I want it to look very smooth and very glossy at the end of the day. So I need to take away a lot of skin texture, and that's why I'm using 3. So you press OK, open up your low frequency, make sure that your mixer brush is selected, and just maintain the settings you have on my screen on your own, and you will get exactly the same result. So I'm going to quickly start painting. Of course, by now you already know the rule of frequency separation using your mixer brush. Make sure you don't paint your highlight into your shadows, and make sure you don't paint your shadows into your highlight. So having done that, let's quickly get started. And this is going to be a very quick one. So I feel my setting is too high, especially my wet and my flow. So I'm going to just drop it down a little. So like I said, I'm going to drop my wet and pull my flow down as well. Of course, I wouldn't waste your time doing all of this, so we'll just do it as fast as we can. I just want you to watch me retouch this image live so that you can see how you can also approach your own images and get similar results at the end of the day. Okay guys, so with just few clicks we've been able to do the frequency separation of this image. Look at the before, look at the after, look at the before, look at the after. So you notice that you don't even need to do too much. All you need to do is to be very intentional with where you are brushing per time, and at the end of the day you will get an amazing result. So next step we need to take is our dodging and burning. Very important, especially our dodging. You will see what we're going to make out of that. So I'm going to keep my brush at 5 because I want it to be a high key lightning. We are not going softly in this one. We need it very intentionally bright. So I'm going to start with my dodge. So the idea is to make sure that all the highlights are very hard. Like when you look at it, you could say, wow, the light is quite high. Didn't they see the dodging and burning? That is the idea, but gives you this beautiful glossy look at the end of the day. Look at that highlight. Just like that. Come over to the nose, you do the same thing. Look at this area, just paint a little. Do the same thing over here. And of course, you won't stay on a particular place for a long time. Do the same thing, do the same thing. So the idea is to get a very glossy looking image. So make the highlight looking very distracting and strong. Beautiful. Do the same thing over here. So for the eye, so if you notice, I turned off my frequency separation in case you are wondering why the image is looking rough again. I turned off my frequency separation so I can see exactly what I am doing right here. Very good. Come to the cheek. Here needs to be very bright. Then just a little line here, line of highlight. Do the same thing for here, little line of highlight. So for the breast area, we'll do the same thing. Look at that highlight. Highlight it very well. Same here. Oh, beautiful. This is good. Come to the arm. We'll do the same thing. Look at this area. Put a very strong highlight. Give it a very beautiful line like that. Good. Do the same thing with this one. Do the same thing over here. Look at here. So if you notice, I'm using a big brush for these areas because of that shadow in between. Do the same thing over here. Good. So we'll come down to the feet, do the same thing, and zoom out to see exactly the way it's affecting your image. Very good. So we'll move over to our bun. Very soft. So now we can even decide to reduce our bun a little, because I wouldn't want her to be very, very burnt, so she doesn't look different from the original image. Like this over the nose. So just do the same thing like this. Come over here. And we are good. Let's see what we have before, after. Very nice. So you can even go around the edges of the face just to give it that circular shadow feel. So we can decide to even make here even more accentuated with our bun like this, so that she appears even more bony. All right, so let's see the before. Let's turn back our frequency separation. Beautiful. This is so good. So I think I need to do a little adjustment here with my dodge, just a very tiny one, and same here as well. Very, very good. So let's look at the overall before and after. But before we do that, I need some highlights here as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm going to be grouping my two dodge and bun groups into another. This is the before, this is the after, this is the before, this is the after. Just with few clicks, we've been able to even bring the picture to a place where we could say, yes, this is looking good. So I can turn that down a little and create a stand visible layer. So what I want to do now is I want to color grade the image, and to do that, I'm going to separate the object from the background. So I make a selection of my object. So after selecting my object, I'm going to right click, go to select inverse, then make a duplicate of the layer itself, right click again, go to layer view cut. So I have the object on a different layer, my background on a different layer. So I want to give a little saturation to my background so that it has that beautiful orange tone that is saturated. So I'm just going to increase my saturation like this and shift my hue a little towards this area. Yeah, beautiful. So it gives it that pinky orange, beautiful color. So I'm going to also use color lookups for my main image. I'm going to load up my color lookups. Beautiful. So this is the one we're going to be using. I named it coffee brown. So all we need to do is to select only her skin tone so it doesn't touch the background. Now to do that, I'm going to hide this, make a duplicate of this one more time, create a mask for it. Going to select, go to color range. It's already selected my skin tone, press OK. So I'm going to use it and replace the mask of the color lookup. And the moment I turn it on, it's all over the skin. So you need to zoom in to make sure you are having it in every area you want it to be, like the nose. It's not covering the nose properly. So add it over there, add it over the lips here, remove it from the hair. Look at it. It's even spilling to our background. So we need to remove it from here. Very, very good. This is beautiful. So we'll go a bit closer to make sure we'll have it everywhere. So now that we'll have it everywhere, we need to reduce the opacity or even change the blend mode depending on what you want to do. But I want to just reduce the opacity or the fill. Beautiful. So I'm going to make a duplicate, change one to something that will brighten it up for me. I think I like what I have with my color dodge, but it's too much. So I'm going to reduce it. Or we could still stick with our screen. Beautiful. I like the screen. It's soft and subtle. Look at it. So I'm going to make a margin of the two groups so that you see the before, the after. So I think my lookup table was reduced so much. I'm going to increase that. Then also increase my my screen. ice cream mode lookup table so that it will still brighten up the image, and you are seeing how beautiful it is looking already, the before, the after. So the last thing we're going to do is to create one more stand visible layer, then take the object into camera raw. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to first of all be lifting the shadow so that my image can come out. Then I'll create a contrast for it, and I'll just increase my vibrance a little. Beautiful. And we are good to go. So let me press OK. And boom, we are done. This is the image when we started. Let me show you. This is the before. This is the after. This is the before. This is the after. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you practice this on your own. Make sure that you do these things that you saw us did in this one on your own images and see how it looks on your own. So first of all, you need to crop your image, make your frequency separation, do your dodging and burning, separate your object from your background, edit your background a little if you need to saturate it, if you need to darken it, whatever you need to do. Then also color grade the skin of your object. So lastly, what you need to do is to give it a global effect. I feel like adding one more color grading tool, which is our cool filter, just above it, so that we'll see what it looks like. Also looking so cool. Before, after, but I prefer it in the before. All right, so one more time, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and practice everything you learn. When you subscribe, make sure your notification bell is turned on so that you get notified every single time we drop a new video. Until then, see you.